Hey everyone, I'm Marissa.
And I'm Haley.
And today we're playing Book Trope Bingo, Young Adult Fantasy Edition. Yay!
Yay! Those who are fans of the previous podcast with Authors in Training, or fans of our YouTube channel beforehand, then you would probably know what Book Trope Bingo is, but for the ones who don't know, it's basically bingo, but instead of numbers, we're using tropes. And so we just pick a genre, write a list of tropes, put it in, bada bing, bada boom, and then you pick a book, and you have to match the trope to your book. And you can only dab it if your book has that trope, obviously.
And it's one of my favorite creations that we've ever done.
Yep. So, Marissa, what book did you pick to represent young adult fantasy?
I picked Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I'm not using it, but I have read the sequel, The Battle of Never After, and I'm waiting desperately for the third one because it left on a cliffhanger and I'm dying.
As we all are. Well, not me. I haven't read the book, but I'm dying for a different cliffhanger. One that I can alleviate.
Yeah. All right.
I haven't read it yet.
The summary on the back goes as this. How far would you go for a happily ever after? Evangeline Fox has always believed in true love and happy endings, until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Desperate to stop the wedding, Evangeline strikes a deal with the charismatic, immortal Prince of Hearts. But she will soon discovers that bargaining with the Prince of Hearts is a dangerous game. He has plans for Evangeline. Plans that will either end in the greatest happy ever after or the most exquisite tragedy.
Ooh.
I guess before we begin, these books will come with spoilers as we are pronouncing the tropes that are in them. So if you want to go read this, do it now.
Exactly. Come back later.
Haley, what is your book?
I just read this yesterday, and I'm officially almost obsessed with it because I need to read the sequel now. It's Shadow and Bone, the now Netflix series that I still haven't read yet. This is the first book of the Grishaverse. Or, I don't know, is Grishaverse, is that just for technically there's like 3 series in one verse? Whatever. Anyways, alright. Here's the summary for the few that don't know what this is about. Orphaned and expendable, Alina Starkov is a soldier who knows she may not survive her first trek across the Shadowfold, a swath of unnatural darkness crawling with monsters. But when her regiment is attacked, Alina unleashes dormant magic not even she knew she possessed. Now Alina will enter a lavish world of royalty and intrigue as she trains with the Grisha, her country's magical military elite, and falls under the spell of their notorious leader, the Darkling. He believes Alina can summon a force capable of destroying the Shadowfold and reuniting their war-ravaged country, but only if she can master her untamed gift. As the threat to the kingdom mounts and Alina unlocks the secrets of her past, she will make a dangerous discovery that could threaten all she loves and the very future of a nation.
Very nice. It reminds me of
the only reason I read this book is because what I actually want to read is Six of Crows. But when I started reading it, I was very lost as to what's going on in the world. So I'm like, okay, let me read Shadow and Bone first, so that I get like a crash course into this world, and then I can read Six of Crows. But now I read the first book, and I'm like, well, now I want to read the second book. The struggles of a reader.
Yeah. I just really you just realized though, I should have done another book called Paper Girls, like Girls of Paper and Fire, but that is a book, I hate that book, and I will not give it any more attention. I'm sorry if you like that book, by the way.
Dang, Marissa.
Phone.
Wow, Marissa.
You're supposed to be on silent.
So unprofessional. You see this? She's supposed to be an expert podcaster, and she is so unprofessional. Well, everyone, you can just listen to us if you want, or you can play along. Just pick a book, and then in the description, we will have a link where you can download and print out your own bingo card, or you can just use an online version, and it like actually you can play it online. It generates a bingo card for you. It has like this online dauber thing. Yep. So, yep. Choose how you want to play along. Pause this, so you have time to pick your stuff, pick a book,
Choose
grab your bingo
wisely.
card, get your bingo dauber. My mom is a avid bingoer, and I go often.
I
And
get
Marissa
carnival.
went on a carnival cruise once with me.
Yes. Well,
You
one of
ever
them.
played bingo on a cruise?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
We
okay.
went together.
I'm about to ask if we won. Obviously, we did
No,
not.
no.
You know what? You know what kills me? Sidetrack. As you people, you listeners, gather your stuff. Sidetrack. I am pissed because the last time I went on a carnival cruise, I did win bingo, but someone else won bingo too, and so we had to split it in half. And the amount that I paid for the bingo cards and stuff was basically the same amount as what I won, and so I only technically won like $4. And then they always give you like an extra bonus thing, but since two of us won, they're like, we're gonna have to do some tiebreaker because it's not like they could just give us both the thing, but whatever. And so they're like, okay, next one we call out, whoever has it on their card wins. And obviously, I didn't get it. The other girl got it. And the prize was, you get like a Bubbles package, which for those who don't know, the Bubbles package basically is unlimited soda not for free, but you pay one price for unlimited soda and drinks and stuff. But then the girl, she's like, oh yeah, I already have the Cheers package, which is basically Bubbles but include alcohol. And then instead of just graciously just giving it to me, they're like, oh, we'll figure something else out. And then this same girl, this same bitch, won again for an even bigger cash prize, and she's the only one who won this. But she also won another, because she's the only one, she won another package thing. I think she got like a free excursion or something. And I'm like, I deserved at least that Bubbles package, you bitch. So yes, that was my side rant about bingo.
Okay. Yes.
I have a lot
We
of
are very
feelings.
passionate people, as you can see.
I have a lot of feelings about it. And
Yes.
envy
All
is
right.
my sin.
All right. Alrighty. Let's play the game. Haley's gonna yell out the things. Haley, I fully expect to win this. My book, I don't know. I just have a feeling Haley's gonna win this.
We always check our bingo cards to make sure that we have at least one
At
bingo.
least one.
My card has 3 possible bingos.
Mine
So
has one. So if I win, it's because I appeased the gods somehow.
hey, look, Marissa, you almost every time when we play a game and you're like, I suck. Oh, I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna win. That's when you win.
Okay, but in this one, you agree the odds are in your favor.
Doesn't matter about the odds. What matters is that you always say, I'm not gonna win. Oh, I suck, and then you win.
Which is funny because I didn't do it yesterday. We were playing mini golf online. I didn't say shit, and I still won.
Okay, all right, all right, bragger. All right, all right, first one. Screw you. It's royalty.
It's royalty.
It's royalty, which I
Yes.
have royalty. Which I mean, we didn't really go into specifics whether the character has to be royalty or if there just has to be royalty in it.
I don't really care either way because either way I win.
I mean, mine has royalty, and she's not royalty, but she's like right below it in a way.
Oh no, mine she literally marries a prince
But
and becomes a princess.
but I'm including it anyways because screw you. All right, next one. The protagonist has powers because it's
Yeah,
real fantasy. They gotta have powers.
gotta have power.
There's always royalty of some kind as well. Like,
Here's the thing though, I can't bash royalty because I love having royalty in books. It's like my thing.
that's true. We are kind of I don't know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, our book has royalty. That's what I'm saying.
Our book has royalty. Actually, here's what's funny. Peneth has no royalty, even though I love it so much. There's no royalty, which is odd for me.
All right, next one. Swords. Is there swords? Is there sword fighting? Mine
Yes.
does.
Let me see if it's in the first book. I think there is. I'm gonna go with no. I don't think there's any swords.
No swords.
None that I know of. Like, there's no sword fighting. I think there are like physical swords in the place, but I'm not gonna take it in that context because that's stupid.
Mine actually, hold on. Does mine actually have swords? It's a good thing I didn't. This one isn't even on my board anyways, because now I'm rethinking, and I'm like, I don't actually remember there being swords. There's knives.
There's knives, yeah.
There's like,
daggers, but
there's not rifles, rifles. There's crossbows. There's a bow and arrow, but I don't actually remember seeing anyone with a sword. But there has to be. I don't know.
Whatever.
It doesn't even matter for my case. Next one. A corrupt government. Whether the corrupt government is the monarchy, or if it's a democracy or a tyranny.
You know what's
There's always a corrupt government.
There's no corrupt government.
Whoa, really?
Really?
No corrupt king?
There is one in the sequel, but not the first one. And he's not really corrupt either. He's just a false king. He doesn't do anything that we know of.
Huh.
I gotta wait till the third book to see what happens.
It's building up to it. Watch the third book be the most cliche, tropey one, and that's where you would have like 5
don't say that. Please, no. Stephanie Garber, no.
All right, next. You know what? You're right. I'm not saying you're right. I'm saying you're right to me. Because I said to myself in my brain, I didn't actually tell you who wrote Shadow and Bone. It's by... trying to figure out how to pronounce the name. Is it Leigh?
I think it's
Leigh Bardugo?
We saw it.
Yeah. Anyways, female protagonist. Because majority of young adult fantasy novels their protagonists are girls.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, a lot of young adult period is female protagonists.
Because I think it's just because a lot of that age range is a lot of readers are female.
That is true.
I don't know the demographics, but I'm just saying it feels like a lot of teenage readers are women or girls.
I wonder, is there a study out there? Someone tell me if there's a study out there, and then
give us a link.
Give me the study.
We can read it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I'd be more shocked if that turned out to be false.
Yeah. I'm not saying there's not boy readers. I'm just saying I feel like a lot of majority are girls.
All right, next one. The villain is in love with our female protagonist.
Yep.
Okay, Marissa, I'm going to let you decide if this counts or not. Because, I guess spoiler alert, kind of. Well, okay, Marissa, do you care about spoilers on this book? Okay. The Darkling does turn out to be the villain, which is both surprising and not surprising at the exact same time. But they have this whole mini romance, but then he's lying to her, and so now it's a little debatable if it was all a lie or if he actually had feelings. My headcanon, I mean, this might be clarified in future books, but my headcanon, I think he actually loved her, but he either doesn't want to admit it, or he doesn't quite realize that he does. But I think he does love her, but it's never actually said. Because it could have been played off as he was just manipulating her. So I leave it up to you if that counts.
I'm just saying no. Because it's not clear.
Okay.
Like, in mine, it's obvious. Also, in this, it's hard. Who the villain is. It's a whole thesis. It's a lot more clear in the second book, but in this one, Jax is the Prince of Hearts. That's his name. His name's Jax. Jack, plural, Jax. And he loves to fuck with her, but he's obvious. I don't know. It's obvious they're gonna get together, so I know he's in love with her. I just know he is.
Likes to fuck with her, huh?
Yes.
I assume in more than one way.
Yes. Yeah. All right. What's next?
Next, love triangle, classic.
No, actually.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna say no because okay. So do you care about spoilers?
Isn't this the one book that you basically told me
I think I
all the
told you
plot
everything.
as you read
Yeah.
it?
Okay. So for the audience who you should have left by now if you care about spoilers, obviously.
Yeah.
So her fuck, I don't remember. Like, this is how little he matters. I forgot his name. Who the fuck is he?
Was he the guy that dies pretty early on, but then comes back? Did I even remember that like, was I remembering correctly that a character like that exists?
I mean, they get turned to stone pretty early on.
This book, as Marissa would tell me, this book, it was pretty wild.
It's a wild book. It goes places, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. The fucking boy toy in the beginning. He is set to marry her sister Marisol. I just saw it in the book. I don't remember that well. But anyway, they're gonna get wed that day. She's like, I need to go find Prince Farts to stop it. But like, the second she does it, she goes, gets turned to stone. I'm paraphrasing because there's too much to say. And then she wakes up like 6 months later or something. I don't know, but not like kind of in the future, but kind of not, basically. And or is it 6 weeks later? It doesn't matter. 6 something. It's just not 6 years. But and then after that, she kind of like hears that he fucked off to somewhere. And because he apparently got mauled by a wolf, we still don't know why he got mauled by a wolf, by the way. That's still one of the book's greatest mysteries, is like, who sent the wolf? We have no fucking clue. So he has all these scars, and so he fucked off to the north, which is like magical north. And so once he's like out of the picture, she's so enamored by Jax that like she kind of forgets who he is. And like spends most of her time being like, oh, I can't be in love with him because I don't know, like she forgets he exists. She's so into Jax and then the Prince character that like it's not even a love triangle though. It's just so much of I'm supposed to love this one guy, but I kind of got pots for this other guy, even though I really should be loving this guy. So it's not really a triangle. It's more of a something else.
Well, it still works if it's like, well, I feel like there's different types of love triangle. You got like the I call it the recycle sign, where you got one person's in love with this person, but that person's in love with this person, but this person's in love with that first person.
It's almost that.
Got like,
what I'm doing this, and there's no other line.
That's the V.
It's the V, yeah.
You got the two people both in love with the same person.
No, I don't know. It's like. Yeah, it's like Jax is in love with no one, supposedly. No, it is a triangle. It is a V, because she's in love, you got the two boys in love with her. Yeah, so it is a V.
I don't think that counts as a love triangle.
Okay, I'll put it down.
People might disagree, but...
anyone who's read the book, come talk to me. Honestly, just come talk to me so I have someone to talk about the book with. Please. We'll do a call.
Alright, next one. Thought to be a human. You know, classic. I'm just a regular, ordinary person. Ha, you're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. I definitely that. Thought to be human.
I'm gonna count this as mine, because technically the Grisha... I don't really know what the Grisha is. They're like treated as not human, but I wonder if they're actually they're treated as, they're almost like separate. So I'm gonna count that.
Okay, I'll count that. Mine's pretty more obvious. She's called a key. She's like a key for something bigger, and so she's you're not human. You're
K-E-Y.
Yeah, Q-Y.
Wait, Q-U-I?
No, okay, sorry, I can't.
Okay.
I am tired. And I have a giant desk to build after this.
Ooh, rip.
I know.
As you can tell from the boxes behind her head, she moved.
I have moved. This is my new place. Yay! And you're gonna see interspersed of my old place and this place. It'll be fun.
Next one. Retellings. Whether myth retelling, a book retelling, a fairy tale retelling. Retelling.
It's here's what's hard. It's a retelling of a story that they created in the story. If that makes sense. Like they created a myth and they say like, oh, this is a retelling of that myth. Well, this is we don't have to count it because it's not even near what I need, so we're fine. I just want to let you know that's
Oh, I don't know.
Because it's called the Ballad of the Fox and the Hunter, I think. And they keep alluding.
Is that something that exists in the real world?
Let me find out.
Or is this? Wait, are you saying that in the book there is this myth, and the characters are like this, and the characters are saying this is a retelling of this myth?
Yes.
That is that's very interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
It's fun. Yep.
I mean, I would count it, but that's just me. I can see an argument for not counting it.
I'll count it because like that's kind of what it's a retelling, but it's not a retelling. It's a weird middle ground.
It's a very creative way to do that.
Yeah, I like it.
Mine, as far as I can tell, is not a retelling of anything. This next trope is very, very common. The protagonist doesn't think that she's hot. I'm just a plain, ordinary girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it because she doesn't say things like she's ugly, but she doesn't say that she's hot. So I don't know, there's like one passage I think where she's just like, yeah, I'm not like amazing looking.
I'll just barely count it.
I know.
Usually the trope is
gonna barely slide by.
Yeah. Because usually the trope is, oh, this person can't like me. I am so dull. I'm ugly.
She does that, but she does it that way, but she also does it in a like, oh, he's kind of a god. I'm immortal.
Alina, I have my own separate conflicted feelings on this book when it comes to their like what it says about beauty and how they treat it in this book. But the whole time she's like, I can't be a Grisha. All the Grisha are beautiful. And there's one that can like physically change your features. And when she first arrives in the palace, she's like, I'm gonna go fix you up. And she's like, no, I don't want to look at like a stranger in the mirror. And she's like, no, I won't do that much. I don't even have time to do that much work on you. But yeah, but I'll make it look like you actually sleep and eat. And then she does, but then she like, I don't know, the whole book she focuses on beauty a lot, and she's constantly like, yeah, I'm not that, I'm sickly, I'm like a twig, I'm not pretty. And then Mal is like, everyone thinks he's hot, he gets all the ladies, there's no way he's like me. And then like her powers come out, and then that makes her like be more healthy, and she's like, oh man, okay, I'm starting to look good. I have mixed feelings about
with this one. It's like it's implied more that she thinks that she's playing. She's like, I don't know if I could be like a princess. I don't think I look like a princess. And I'm just like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say you're not pretty without saying you're not pretty?
I mean, I like the way that she does it better.
Yeah, it's not outright said. And I'm just like, so the entire time I'm not like, oh, girl, fine, you look great. But like at the same time, she's also fawning over that. She's too busy fawning over over Jax, and I'm just like, if Jax looks as hot as I've seen in some drawings, I don't blame you.
You know, we totally should have put the fact that the love interest looks like a male Adonis. Well, why does he male Adonis? Adonis is male. He looks like an Adonis. He looks perfect.
Like he looks perfect.
He's hot as fuck. We should have put that. We should put that as a trope.
We should have.
Okay, next one. Kidnapping. Because they always got to get kidnapped at some point.
I don't even think I have that. Oh, I do. Does she get kidnapped in this? I don't think she does. Not in this one.
Mine, she gets...
No, she doesn't get kidnapped.
Okay, this is another one I'm going to leave up to you, Marissa, if you want to count it. Once they find out her powers, the Darkling's like, you're going to the palace. And she's like, no. And he's like, too bad. Soldiers! There we go. So she's kind of ordered to go.
I consider that a kidnapping. She's going against her will.
Okay. Alright. Why is there so much kidnapping in young adult novels?
No. Mine, I think she's. I don't remember if she's. I don't think she's kidnapped in the first one. No, I don't think she's ever kidnapped.
Next one, classic chosen one. Only you.
Yeah, only you can do the thing.
Yeah,
mine does. What's annoying is I'm getting like, oh, I'm only 2 away, but like I can't get it because the 2 that I have doesn't fit in the book. So until... I had
a lot of that. It's only honestly the one when I first started looking for cards. By the way, what's your progress? Share your progress. This is mine.
I needed this one.
Okay.
Yeah. You just get 2 or 2, and then I would have won. But like,
I got these 2 for one, or these 2 for another, or these 3 for another.
Okay.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, when I was looking through and trying to pick one, the ones that if I didn't include the ones that I was hesitant about, there'd be a lot where I'd only get 1.
Yeah.
And none where I got 2. So, but this is why I'm like, Marissa, you're determining my fate, whether some things count or not.
All right.
Next one. Going. Factions.
Nope.
You got a thing split up into different teams. I do with the Grisha. There's like different types of Grisha. Well, and all of them are like high school rivalries.
See, here's the thing. There's like no okay, so I'll let you decide. It's not going to help me, but I'm curious about what you'll say. So there's like magic in the world, but like you have like the magical. Let me see if I can get a. Is there a? So this is like the magical north. Sorry for your lady boobs. You might have to censor that. Should have thought that beforehand. So you have like the north where everything's magical and everything's better, and then you have like the rest of the world. And the north is supposed to be like where everything magical is. Like, I don't know if it's kept there, but like that's where all this like the magical, like that's where stories come to life. And like everything.
I feel like when it comes to factions, it's more about one group's being split into different groups, if that makes sense. Like you have the different districts in Hunger Games, you have the different houses and Harry Potter.
That's why I was like, I don't think I'm gonna. That's why I didn't count it to begin with, but I wanted to know your thoughts.
Are there different magical creatures in this magical world?
I don't remember.
Then I'll say no, because if it was treated kind of like I would consider with like the Mortal Instruments series, you have like shadow hunters and like warlocks, and they're kind of treated as their own different factions, like own different groups.
No, it's nothing like that.
If it was like that, I'd count it.
No, nothing like that. All right, moving on.
You have the Rebellion, capital T, capital R.
Nope, I don't have that either. There's no rebellion.
I don't have
No,
it really
okay.
either.
There's not really a rebellion, no.
Like, there are rebels who are trying to stop things, but I wouldn't call them the rebellion.
Yeah, no.
It's not like a Dumbledore's army, Mockingjay thing. Maybe in the future books. I'll see whenever I get around to reading the other 2 books.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, now we have the unknown / the other world.
This I was thinking of. So the unknown world for her is the North. Because she's just heard stories.
I think, yeah, I guess so. If it's treated as almost treated as if it's a myth, a mythological place, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it is.
I would think the Shadowfold kind of counts as the unknown. It's like this dark area that splits the country, and anytime someone goes into it, they're attacked by these creatures and they die, and so no one's really crossed it.
Okay, that works.
I would say the Shadowfold. Yep. All right. Next one. We have the token characters. Your token gay, your token black character, your token female character,
I don't think there are any token characters in this. I really don't.
Neither do I, actually.
Yay!
Yep.
Good on these authors.
There's mine's because there's a lack of diversity, so there's no token characters to be seen. But
Same. It's like yay, but
yeah. There we go. Next, Raising the Dead.
All right, hold on. I gotta check. I gotta see if vampires are a part of this book.
Yeah, we decided to include vampires in this. Like as long as if they died and came back in some way. Could be vampires, zombies. I don't know about werewolves. I guess if werewolves in your book's world is they actually die and then come back as werewolves.
All right, this one we're gonna have to go based on my memory, which is bad. Okay, I swear this is hard because I read these books back to back, so I'm not 100% sure. I swear in this book, he gets bitten by a vampire. And then in this book, she gets bitten by a vampire.
Here's my question about your vampires. Do they die and come back a vampire?
Yes, because the original lore is that the original vampire, who's still kicking around in this, we meet him, died, and then his mom healed him and brought him back as a vampire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, for clarification for players, with Raising the Dead, it doesn't have to be a mythological creature. It could be a character dies, and then through a spell or through a god, something brings them back to life. Doesn't matter. As long as if someone died and comes back, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, next, we have higher being. The character becomes a higher... Okay. Are we saying that the character becomes a higher being, or there are higher beings?
Yes.
God, what? Which one? Or both?
Either both.
Okay.
Which, okay, I have to because I'm not quite sure, and this will determine something important. So, Jax is treated as a god. He's not the only one. There's a few others. There's the Unwed Bride, the vampire dude that we just talked about. He's one of them. They are immortal, but they can, as in they live a long life, but they can die if they're killed. Obviously, stabbed and whatever. They can die. But they also have powers. Would we consider them a higher being?
I think as long as if they're kind of treated like gods, then I would count it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Also, for clarification for those playing along, for a higher being, it can't just be they're Christian and they believe in God. No, there needs to be characters. The higher being has to basically be a character.
Yes. By the way, I'm an idiot. But
what?
Only because I forgot. I didn't have one, I had two.
Oh.
You allowed it.
Oh, cool.
So.
Oh, do you get a bingo?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. What did I say? What did I say?
Good odds.
What did I say, Marissa?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Wow. What do you want instead? Since I've said the thing.
Wow. What?
I don't know. What do you want me to make it better?
No, there's nothing you can do to make it better. Because you already won. We're gonna keep playing.
Yeah,
to get through the list.
I want to see how long it takes.
Yep. But okay.
All right, let's keep going.
Oh wait, we didn't actually answer your question. Did we answer your question? Whether it counts for you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. You're gonna have to tell me if it counts for me, because
okay.
The Grisha are like, how do I explain it? Okay, it's not so much the Grisha. It's the Darkling and Alina, who's they call the Sun Summoner.
Okay.
They're almost like Grisha, but like Grisha royalty. They like their powers are like beyond them.
Okay.
And I don't know if that would count as a higher being or not. Like they're treated like royalty. I guess sometimes Alina was kind of treated like a saint or a goddess. Like people prayed to her because she's gonna like save them.
If people are praying to her, then I would say higher being.
Okay. Oh wait, and that brings me a bingo.
So we tied.
Bingo. I mean, it's because I forgot to stamp factions. Bingo.
Yay!
But you did say it first, so technically you won.
Oh, well,
that's how. No, wait, no, that's not how it works. Usually, okay, if we're actually playing bingo, then we'd be tied and we'd both split the prize. But there is no prize.
The prize is winning, so
yeah. Well, yay. Still, regardless. Keep going!
Yeah, keep going.
Alright, next is the redemption arc. Classic.
I don't think there's a redemption arc.
We spelled arc wrong.
We did.
Spelled it with a K. And you know what? I'm not gonna fix that. Everyone who's watching, you get the misspelled arc.
You get the misspelled arc, yeah.
I don't have one.
Arc, it's a boat.
I don't have redemption arc yet. I think the Darkling's gonna get one.
Ooh. I don't know. I feel like some people can fight with me on the redemption arc thing with Jax, but I don't know. I feel like he doesn't change as much as he reveals himself. That makes sense.
I guess if the whole point, like redemption arc is I've done bad. Man, what is this, feelings? I feel bad. All right, let me redeem myself. So if he doesn't go, I don't think that's it.
I think this is just more of he's always been the way he is. And he just, I don't know, he fell in love and he's just like, this is just how he is when he's in love.
Count that. Okay. You know Once Upon a Time with Captain Hook?
Yeah.
It's almost kind of how he is.
Okay, so you want to count as redemption?
Bad, then he fell in love. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna work to be a better man.
All right, we'll count it.
So if it's something like that, I'd count it.
Yeah, it's like that. Kind of. Oh, it's hard. Again, if anyone who has read this book and you want to discuss it, just send me a thing on like Twitter or Instagram, and we can have a chat.
Next one, memory loss.
No, not.
I surprisingly don't.
Okay, not in the first book, but in the second. So I can't count it, but it's there. It's there.
Why is that kind of a... okay, I don't think this trope is as common, but it is still pretty decently common.
I mean, we almost had it in our book.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
I had to cut it for reasons.
Sad reasons.
To go along with the love triangle, fighting the love triangle for most used trope in these books. Best friend is in love with the main character.
Nope.
Surprise! Wow, you don't?
Nope.
Wow. Good for that author. Good for that author for not going there.
Yeah, because like the because the best, like, she was already in love with, like, the best friend, they were already in love with each other by the time they met, so they're best friends and in love. You know what I mean? Like, when you're in love with your best, you know what I mean? Like, whoever you love is your best friend. It's like that.
I will not count that then. Because I considered it, because, like, I mean, best friend is in love, but you know what? I'm like, the trope is usually that they get together. They're not already together, so yes.
They were already set to get together, and then something else happened.
Yes. Parental death. Do the parents die? Okay, here's a question, Marissa.
Yeah.
Her parents are already dead before the book started. So
yes.
we count that. We count that?
Yeah.
Cool. Boop.
That's funny.
It seems to be apparent in a young adult novel. Because you're either an asshole or you're gonna die.
Not in my book.
Dang.
My book, the parents actually give it. They're not. I guess you can call them useless because they don't help, but like they're not like average useless.
And with that, I got my second bingo.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm still trying to get the top one. The top one, we're just not calling them out.
It's gonna be the last ones. The last three.
Yeah, it really will be.
Next one. All adults are useless.
There we go. Because she does have a stepmom, and she's useless as shit.
But are all the adults useless?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, mine are not.
Oh, wow.
I know. There are some useful adults in here.
Holy shit.
I know. I'm shocked.
Yeah, this one, I think, doesn't have really useful adults. They're all kind of useless, one way or another.
The only other trope that can possibly beat the best friend is in love with the main character.
Bad boy love interest.
Bad boy love interest. Yep. Yep.
Alright, I just need one more to get that second bingo.
Go do it. I need one more to get my third bingo.
Ooh, what is it?
Third and final bingo. Unless, well, this one's also a debatable one, so you'll be determining it. Yes. This one, if you don't put this down, I'm gonna be mad because it literally has these words in your summary. Dangerous games.
Yes. Well, yeah. What's funny is I don't have it on my thing. So. Because it didn't fit.
Mirza, explain Dangerous Games for those who might have questions about it.
So, that's actually kind of hard. Dangerous Games could be a lot of things. That could be like the Hunger Games. That could be like the, and he deals with the devil. Like in this book, her Dangerous Games are he bites her wrist, this is kind of kinky, and leaves 3 stars. And so she owes him 3 kisses. Not him, because if you kiss him, you die. She has to kiss whoever he says, and by a certain point. So he's like, okay, you have to kiss like the prince. She's got to kiss the prince in like 4 hours. Otherwise, she dies.
You know, we should put like non-con/dub-con as a trope, because that happens a lot.
It happens a lot.
Now I think about it. They have some in this book too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Why is it?
It's not nothing that bad. It's more like that one guy is just like, "Hey, babe, we should totally do it," and she's like it's trapped in an alley because it's always a fucking alley.
It's always an alley.
And she's like, "No," and then he tries to grab her, and then fights her way out.
Or like the bad boy comes in and is like, "Yep, you can't have her. She's mine."
Yep. There's also this. Okay, there's like this book, Marissa. This book is actually pretty dark. It's also kind of bloody.
Ooh, I'm gonna read it. I think I own it at home. If not, I know what I'm getting for Christmas.
Well, not for me. I already know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Well, yeah, and I already have your birthday gift.
I won't tell you what you're getting for your Christmas.
I'm excited. You know what you're getting for your Christmas gift too.
Yeah, I already know what I'm getting. Okay. All right, this is the one that could give me my third bingo, but I'm not sure if you want to count this. The dying. Just kidding.
Okay, explain.
Okay, so there is a moment where, how do I put this in a way that's not going to be a complete spoiler if I can? Someone is in peril, and they're in the darkness, the shadowful, and they're like, there's like a light, and the like he's being executed basically, and the light is going closer and closer towards him. And if he gets in the darkness, that's when the monsters will swoop in and kill him. And there was a moment where he does go into the darkness, and he's like screaming, and then he's like no, and then light when then no he's there. I don't know if you would count that as dying. Just kidding.
Okay, that works. It's set up that if he goes into the darkness, he'll die.
Okay. So we're saying that we're like, oh no, this it's almost like a death fake out, right?
Death fake out, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll count that. All right. That's bingo number 3 and my last of my bingos.
All right.
Not that it really matters that much, but
all right. What I guess the last of the cards.
All right, deals with the devil, which is also literally in the summary word for word, so no surprise.
Yep, no surprise. And that gives me my second bingo. There's also two.
And that was the last one that we have. Woo! Mine looks it almost looks like a spaceship if you're like that.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Like Galaga or X-Wing.
That's funny.
Ooh. That was a good round.
You know what? It's funny as we were going through, for some reason I thought we should do a book trope bingo, but I almost want to do a musical. That's not our jurisdiction, but like, because I just imagine how many musicals could come up with Santa Fe, you know?
No, yeah. What is up with Santa Fe that makes all the musical protagonists want to go?
I don't know.
Alright, guys, tell us, did you guys win? Did any of you beat us? Get a bingo before Marissa and I did? I think this is the first time we did Book Trope Bingo where we both got it at the same time.
Yeah, that's a historic thing.
Yep.
Huh. Well, guys, that is all we have for you today. Make sure to check, of course, answer Haley's question, because please. You can also tell us on Twitter at writing_addicts or on Instagram at writing.addicts.
Also, make sure to follow us so you can get notified when the next episode comes out, wherever you're watching or listening to this. And we will see you next time.
Bye!